Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Houston Texans and the Las Vegas Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Raiders had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
To throw on 2nd down. Perry, a quick throw, but incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 3rd down, Perry. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now the rookie 4th-round pick. This is Dameon Pierce. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best-laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mills. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, somebody thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw is Mills. incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. First carry of the game for Zamir White. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Back to throw. Perry. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So a new set of downs after a big mistake on special teams. Off the play fake. Perry. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. In motion comes the tight end left. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Perry out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Mills throw taken in by Collins. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
His pass complete to Nico Collins. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
We're scoreless after 1. Off the play fake, Mills. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mills to throw it. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Mills again. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
It certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start.
Pierce has it knocked loose, and the Raiders pick it up. And some room to maneuver. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jonathan Grenard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
They'll roll him out right. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll work this down inside the 30. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play. We're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans 18. It's a gain of 34. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. First throw now for the backup car. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks at tables end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mills. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down, Houston.
On play action, Mills. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. On the move past the 40. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Good catch and excellent creation of a big play downfield. And I can guarantee you this, that's not a play this defense is practiced against in the days leading up to this game.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Raiders pick it up. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Following the fumble recovery, Perry, and he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Now, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football, just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 2nd and 10, Mills. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. And a pass passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll let one go deep for Howard. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34. Set to get this drive started. Off the bootleg. Perry. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 20. 84 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Rocky Sin. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they'll begin by running the option. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they have take over at the 24-yard line. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 24. First down throw for Mills. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The throw taken in by Cole. Touchdown Raiders! Keelan Cole, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Now Mills.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sacks.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
3rd and long for Mills. Here's Fuller with a catch. And defensively, that was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Damian Pierce with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, Jacobs.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are right back in this football game.
We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Throwing, Mills.
Flush to his right.
He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Mills to the air again.
Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Fourth down, Mills.
Rolling to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Second down, there's the option going left. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
He's going to keep this again.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
A 10-yard gain, but it's 4th down.
4th down. Perry. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
He will have the conversion and more than that.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. Catch made, it's Moreau.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for Las Vegas, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Houston, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we not a ride nobody wave. We the ones who started with it. Translation: Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit.